curveball crushed to left field. This one high in the air. It should stay in the park. Will it? It gets over the fence. A large launch angle. It doesn't matter. Bird has big power. Big Bird will touch all the bases. He adds 2 more runs with a 2-home run shot.
Yeah, we saw him make a great play earlier that turned into an error. Save there as Gabriel Worth also jumping on the first pitch. Hits this a mile high into right center. Will anyone get to it? They won't. Lombardo runs under it. Can't bring it in. Now Worth turning for third. He'll be in there without a throw. He'll slide anyway to dirty up the pants after a great triple. That one hung in the...
Instead, it'll be a 3rd and 2. Manageable here as they approach the red zone. Kelly looking right. He'll scramble. He has plenty of room to take off, and he will. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Peachtree Ridge Lions as he scampers in and puts the first points on the board. Just 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. He looks at the in-breaking route. He throws it right at the linebacker. Picked off down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10. Aiming for the pylon and in. Breaks the plane. And that is another defensive or special teams touchdown for Mill Creek. 6 more points on the board for them. As it'll be 34-0. Another scenario where Kelly just doesn't see the linebacker sitting in the middle of the field waiting for that. And it's returned all the way for 6 for the Hawks.
Moving the puck around. High slot. Back to Ovechkin's office. Other side. Shot. That goes in. Big wrister. 5-on-3 creates a ton of passing lanes, and Alabama takes advantage.
They do off the boards. Are not able to get it out of the zone just yet. And a big body was thrown at the Auburn player as she falls down. But now Auburn with the breakaway. 1-on-2, and yet Audette with an amazing move and finds the back of the net. Again, over Ashlyn Carroll's left shoulder. It looks like they know their spot. They want to go on that blocker side of Carroll. But that, again, with some amazing moves, this time by Audette, and try and get something going. Sprinting down the field, they'll get it to their main attacker out in front. Good look. Shot! Scored! Number 22 with the long stick. That's going to be Walker Goodsight. Not something you normally see.
Yeah, that ball crushed. Gill left it out over the plate, and Bowen's able to bring the big part of the bat to it, hits it right on the button. And we mentioned how deep this ballpark is. Perhaps if that's any other stadium, Golden Park, if the Hoots were home, that ball gets out. However, that right center field wall is so deep, and it just goes right off the top. However, I don't think the Blues will hate it too much as they put a 1 spot on the board for the first run of the game. Yeah, that's a call that leaves a lot of fans upset. I'm going to side on the referees here. It's a jump ball, and Cummings doesn't get his head around. That might be where the flag comes in, but that is certainly a 50-50 call. It will go against Mill Creek, so it'll be a first down. But in that scenario, you can't meet the wide receiver without turning your head around. And I think it actually does go off the helmet of Cummings. And I think that 50-50 nature of this call has got the referees huddled up here. And this time the play design is perfect. You have 3 wide receivers on that side. You send 2 to the back of the end zone. You draw everyone back behind that plane. King Thomas is wide open in the flat. He's been open a couple times. Kelly's been unable to find him. This time it hits him right in the hands, and Thomas watches it fall to the ground helplessly. And what a time for your first goal of the season. How about a first goal in 2 seasons? Didn't have one last year. Only assist, known as the defender's defenseman. He adds 1 and puts the Dogs up 1 with 67 seconds left. What a job by Alexander Strauss. Unsung hero normally. His song will be sung tonight after that one. As soon as the Yellow Jackets think they do something right, it all goes wrong. The yellow wave turns red as Eberle fights out in front. A good first shot, a good second shot. Eberle cleans up the trash. Sanitation worker of the day adds 1 to the total. It is 2-0.
Go, Rudy!
The Jackson County High School volleyball team has had a recent run of success with a 63% winning percentage over the past 5 years. The Panthers finished the regular season with a 29-6 record. And at the center of all this success,
Go, Chan. Hit. Good.
is senior setter Sydney McCutcheon.
I'm able to contribute a lot to my team. I feel like that I can kind of sometimes, if somebody's down, I can put them on my back and I can help them.
McCutcheon was named first team All-Region in the 8th region of 6A volleyball. McCutcheon earned this honor by leading the region in assists and being 13th in the entire state of Georgia in the category. However, head coach Ron Fowler says her setting skills are not the only thing that sets her apart.
Really, the only way to compare it to is like that team that's had that quarterback that started for 4 years. So having her as like another coach on the court, I would say, it's huge for us.
McCutcheon has been a captain since her freshman year on the team and has always had the command of a leader. But McCutcheon also knows how to bond with her players. And the combination of her leadership ability and forming bonds is not lost on her teammates, especially Paisley Gillespie.
She's one of the best leaders I've ever had on my team because she is a leader with kindness. We need to have a big win and a big success, and I want to do it with hers.
Gillespie was named Player of the Year for the region, an honor she attributes in large part to McCutcheon. The two have played together since before high school and have developed
Telepathy, I guess.
In her last opportunity for a deep state playoff run, McCutcheon will rely on more than just her skills on the court. She will rely on the leadership she has given.
Good. Sharp!
And the bonds she has formed.
This is the first team I've been a part of all 4 years that we have loved to come in every single day and see each other and just play and just have fun doing what we love to do, and I feel like that's really going to translate on the court.
In Houston, Georgia, for the Carmichael Sports Media Institute and my reporting partner, Torrin Smith, I'm Joe Kopsho.
While you just heard that performance is not going to be tied to NIL deals, it is still likely that some players will get it. While the overall prevalent thought is that these players won't be affected too much, this still marks a changing of the times, as just 3 years ago, college football players couldn't make money off their depiction. So reporting here live from Oglethorpe County High School, where these players could maybe start to make some money off their depiction, I'm Joe Kopsho. The Atlanta Braves are taking on the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League Divisional Series. This series is split 1-1, and Game 3 of the best-of-5 series just kicked off in Philadelphia. Towing the rubber in the rubber match for the Phillies is Aaron Nola. He faced frontrunner Ronald Acuna, MVP frontrunner Ronald Acuna, and got him to ground out while getting Albies out. But right now, the Braves have runners on first and second, and while things can change quickly, they are threatening. In the bottom of the first, Bryce Elder will be on the bump for the Braves and face Schwarber, Turner, and known enemy of the Braves, Bryce Harper. This game could go any sort of way, from a pitching duel to a home run derby. We'll have more updates later in the show. Back to you, Alex.
Yeah, like you said, another one where Adler just sneaks it by Germano. He must be seeing something from Germano because, again, he beats him glove side. And he is able to just get under the glove, it looked like, again, and in between the blocker. So has noticed that Germano maybe has a little bit of issue. You see Adler receive the puck in the replay right down here in the low, and he walks into the slot, rips it, and adds the 5th goal of the night for the Dogs. So it's been an interesting night as the Hoots look to add on even more. Zane Ross, the 2-1, swings, chops it back up the middle. Playing in a huge shift was Greer. He was pretty much behind Brown. Now the runner coming home in shallow outfield. The throw is cut off. Brown throws it down to second, and Ross is surely out. However, he'll take the RBI single. A good play by Brown to at least stop the bleeding.